Money's in the pocket, keeping the pace, while Leslie Sharp vision leads the whole race. Faith brings the fire, breaking every chain, and Lauren's the glue, holding fast through the rain. Acknowledge the host, give them the shine, put in the blood in line. Acknowledge the host, give them the shine, put in the blood in line. The head of the table in the podcast space, straight facts and fire all over the place.
Okay.
Yes, new intro. Welcome to the Bloodline Line, and as you can see, we've got Lauren here this week, and that's why we've got a new entrant. Yeah, so yeah, welcome everybody. What did we think about that one then? That new entrance.
I
love that one. That was good.
Yeah,
That was great.
yeah. So but yeah. So we need to start the show off today slightly different because of Gingy, basically. I can see that TJ's already in the comments with, I come bearing that chicken and wine in honor of my fallen brethren, that rest in peace, Gingy. I raise my glass to thee. So that was there. So we're going to start off a little bit different today. So I need everyone to enjoy this 10-bell salute for Gingy. It's going to be about 30 seconds whilst we just hold a 10-bell salute for Gingy a minute. Ten-bell salute there for Gingy. If you look at the image as well, somewhere I need to try and re-find it and put it into there, but I've actually got all of us and put us all into the crowd as well there. We're actually all on the stage, stood around there as well. And that I've managed to get us all imposed into there with all of our heads down as well in there. So, you have to try and I'll get the image later on and we'll try and spot everyone there. So, I've added us all into that one. So, so we've got that one there. So, so there we go. So that was TJ corrected me. That wasn't a chicken. That was ginger. So there we go. That's what we've got here. So welcome to the show as it is. Obviously, we're going to be talking mainly Bloodline, and I have an update on Roman. I promised I'd have an update on Roman and June, mainly because there's been a lot of confusion around that. So I do have some information that I received about an hour ago now on Roman. So it's fresh. Nobody else has it. Nobody else at all has that information. So we'll get into that shortly. Right. So first of all, then let's discuss then. So what was the first topic? I had it all wrote down. Now I've lost it all now. Bear with. I'm not prepared at all. Okay. Oh yes, that's it. So we need to obviously discuss about a important match this weekend. Basically, a really important one. To me, this is probably going to be the match of the night. It's going to be this one: Danhausen and question mark versus The Miz and Kit Wilson. Who are we predicting could be this mystery partner? Basically, right. Who do we think? Any ideas?
I know it's not him. I know it's not my princess, Infamous Tongalone, because he's not here with us.
Well, obviously not. No.
I got 3 guesses.
Right, go on then. Yep.
Hornswoggle. This is always going to be my first choice. Hornswoggle, R-Truth, or Shane McMahon.
Fair enough. Anyone else?
The Shockmaster.
Anyone else? You're also thinking Shockmaster. Fair enough. Anyone else got any suggestions for it? Whatever. What do you think?
If we going serious, I like the answer with R-Truth. If we're going serious, if we're going to go, well, let's just say I'm thinking one, if not two, of those mini Danhausens.
Oh yeah, it's got to be that, hasn't it? Basically. So, anyone else? Lauren, you got any ideas who it could be or anything like that? Or any suggestions you want it to be? Really?
Honestly, I don't know. I really like the R-Truth idea. But I really love Leslie's idea with the mini horns, the mini Downhousens. So I don't know. It could be anybody.
Yeah. It could be anyone. I mean, I've even heard it could be this guy, Danhausen and Xero, basically.
Match of the night. Match of the night.
Yeah, that'd be match of the night if it is us, basically. But it's going to remain a mystery. So I've obviously, I can't reveal anything at the moment on that one. But no, yeah. So that's going to be that one. But I want it to be El Grande Americano. The proper one, not the fake one. It's got to be the proper one, not the fake one. Of course, it's got to be, because you can't be having the fake one involved the backlash at all. Basically, for it, he deserves to get fired. He should have joined those releases, basically, for it. So, and that, yes, that's that one there. Okay, then right. So let's move on then. So you've already touched on this, Molly. Then, so those releases then of your Shayla, and it was the future Divas champion as well, Tongaloa. They didn't even give him the chance to be Divas champion, basically, or Mrs. Money in the Bank and stuff like that, basically. So
he didn't get to cash in on himself.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was expecting him to cash in on himself on everything and win the tag championships by himself and everything, and they ruined it, basically. So, so him and obviously JC Mateo got released. It was last week, wasn't it? Now I think or was it start this week? I've lost track of time, basically.
Last Friday.
Last Friday. Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah, just before SmackDown. Yeah, actually, yeah, because there was something about that as well. Is what I seen as well was, obviously they released all the Wyatts as well on that one. People in the arena were basically saying how disgusted they were because 2 hours after they had announced the release of the Wyatts in the arena during the breaks, they basically showed a video package of the Wyatts, and some little kid was sat there at the front of the stage and basically was like, I really wish the Wyatts are going to show up tonight and everything like that, but obviously they never did. Right, so I just need to quickly flip over a minute. Give me 2 seconds. I just need to quickly do something. Hold on. Hello, Vale.
Surprise!
There we go. Yeah, hello, Vale. Surprise! There we go. Yeah, I sort of told him that somebody was coming on, basically. So so there we go. So we have a mystery guest for this week joining us. So for anyone who obviously hasn't seen you yet or anything like that, basically, well, anyone who also obviously hasn't met you yet or anything, do you want to do a quick introduction before we carry on? Vale?
Sure, I'm Vale Anueki. I am the daughter of Asa the Royal Samoan, and the Samoan dynasty is my family. And I'm definitely no stranger to the ladies of ATD. I acknowledge the dynasty.
Hi, Vale.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah. Seeing as it was obviously WrestleFace last night with us tonight, we had to, I had to get you on, and obviously I did say that I've been secretly messaging somebody basically about this because they knew nothing. They knew nothing until the stream started, basically. So you were coming on tonight, this one. So yeah.
And it was so funny, Bali, because we were trying to get hints from him. So I was like, is the last name an A or an F? And he was like, an A. And we were like, and then he finally gave in and told us. I think I broke him down. I think that's what it was.
Right.
Well, I can't remember who it was, but somebody to me said, wouldn't it be funny if it was Vale? And I literally just laughed, and that's what it was, basically. That's what gave it away when it came to it. So, but yeah, so we've got Vale joining us. I don't know if you want to stay for the whole show, Vale, or if you need to go or whatever, just let us know. Just dip.
I'll spend maybe 15 minutes, but then I got to get scramming.
Yeah, that's fine enough. Yeah, just spend whatever, basically. So yeah, we're currently talking about the releases that happened of Tongaloa and JC Mateo. That's basically what we're doing about. So so as I was saying, so in the arena, what they basically done was afterwards they actually played video packages of the Wyatts afterwards, and they also as well, because there's a video of it as well, they actually showed the entire MFT faction as well, with Tongaloa and that's still on it, and JC Mateo on it, and of course a lot of people were getting quite angry about that in the arena at the time. what do we think about those releases? That's the question basically for this one. So yes, who wants to go first? I know probably Monty's probably got quite a lot to say on this one, really. And that about the releases.
Go last right now, y'all. I don't.
All right, go last. Yeah. Okay. Who wants to start off?
I'll go ahead and go. Like, you had a faction, like you had the Wyatt Six, right? All of those were talented individuals, and they were amazing as a faction. If you remember back to like when they debuted, y'all, I was getting ready to, that debut happened right before I was getting ready to go to bed, and it spooked me a little bit. It was amazing, the theatrics. I loved it. So I just feel bad that they I'm kind of upset that they couldn't find nothing more to do with them, because the concept was really good and they got really talented workers in there to fulfill those roles. They could have did so much better. They could have done so much more with that faction. And it's like, if you're not going to do it, what you had Nikki there. What did she do? I mean, you could have had her in this women's division competing. But I feel they dropped the ball with that one. As far as like JC Mateo, I don't know, to be honest. I don't know that much about him. Of course, Tongaloa, Tongaloa has a special place in the heart of ATD, and specifically one of ATD. So that made us kind of sad. And again, those are talents that, I don't know. I feel like they did drop the ball. I don't know if we'll discuss this or if we're going to discuss it. Kyrie is another one. That one frustrated me. As a fan, I'm all aboard. # we want Kyrie. So if we address that one later, but that definitely with the Wyatt Six, I feel like they dropped the ball on that one. That could have been so much more, especially after the debut that they gave them.
Yeah. Anyone else then? Do we want to just go along? Obviously, Vale, if you want to join in and just join in, feel free. We're fine on the show. Just basically, not about it. So, yeah. Anyone else before we get to Bonnie? Right. Bonnie, do you want to go? Anything? No one else got anything?
I just want to say it like this: they had opportunity, especially with the Wyatts. But the thing is, when Karrion Kross got released and his faction got released, it was pretty much writing on the wall. So the Wyatts didn't really have anywhere else to go. There wasn't anything else for them to do. And it sucks completely to see anybody lose their job. As for Tongaloa, just not going to get Gorillas of Destiny first, though. So.
Yeah, but I mean, there's been some contradicting stories going around about the reasons behind the releases. Apparently, one place saying it's to do with creative reasons, that they didn't have anything for them creatively anymore, and they were basically just fed up of essentially the MFT just going after the Lantern, and that was one of the main reasons behind it. That's what I can't remember one place was saying for that one. And the other one, which was it's everyone's friend Dave Meltzer, basically, reported down today that the main reason behind it is because apparently TKO have come out and said that where SmackDown is going down to 2 hours again, they needed to cut loads of people. And it was basically to do with if they were bringing anyone up from NXT, the amount they were bringing up from NXT, they had to cut that amount of people basically to make up for it. That was the agreement that was made to Hunter, apparently, was that if he wanted to bring people up from NXT, then he had to cut that number of people from SmackDown. Well, from the SmackDown side of it, basically, for that one. That's what Dave was saying today anyway for it. So I don't know behind it. And that, from my understanding, it was TKO releases. It wasn't anything to do with Triple H or anything like that, basically. So if it was because they're going back down to 2 hours and stuff, and that's the main reason behind it, then that's wrong. It's not the talent's fault, is it? That basically that these shows basically been down to it, basically. And then along with all these pay cuts as well that they're asking the talents to take as well, it's not going great at the moment. And that I'd say for them there. I have seen some stupid people that are going around about those 50% pay cuts. I've seen someone say, imagine it's Roman. And I was just there like, why the hell would Roman take a 50% pay cut? Trust me, it's been all over Twitter all week. All over Twitter all week is all you've seen is basically, oh, it's Roman. They're cutting Roman's pay down by 50% because he's not there. It's like, no, don't be an idiot. Don't be an idiot. That one basically. So yeah, trust me, that's what the IWC's been saying all bloody week. I've been just sat there just looking at tweets and just laughing about it. I see. Yeah, some of the reactions here is quite yeah, about that one. Anything else on that one? Well, obviously we mentioned Kyrie, didn't you, in that, Leslie? So we might as well quickly cover Kyrie as well then. Kyrie's one though was apparently a contract expiry. She was planning to move back to Japan. Apparently, that's what the rumor was. Is that before her contract expired, she was planning on moving back to Japan, and like the day after it expired or something, she was already back in Japan. So I'm guessing there must have been some truth to that. So
I love me some Kyrie.
So.
Just
But
the
and then
story.
and then again, like, yeah, go on.
There's something missing in the Asuka and Io storyline, and what's missing is Kyrie, and you can feel it in the story. So
yeah. So right, so let's get in then to one of the main reasons then why we are here then for this one. So Backlash is this weekend. Obviously, and we've got a match that we need to cover. Before we do go into this one, though, obviously, I sort of said that wrong, the Backlash thing. So I'm going to pass it over to the expert a minute to say this. So give me a few seconds. We're going to get the expert saying it.
At Backlash. Backlash.
At Backlash.
At Backlash.
Yeah, this is the video I thought it was. Danhausen is such a riot. I can't hear anything anybody's saying.
I can't either.
oh, okay, we were all muted. Leslie, unmute yourself.
It's muted. Yeah, everyone needs to unmute themselves. Faith, you need to unmute yourself if you're here.
I'm here.
There we go. There we go. I don't know what happened. That's probably because it was a video and stuff like that. That's probably StreamYard's playing up. They like doing that. So this weekend then, so we have Backlash, which features Roman versus Jacob in the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Probably a match that everyone's looking forward to, besides the Danhausen mystery partner versus Miz and Kit Wilson match. So I've seen a lot of people obviously saying suggestions and stuff like that from it. So let's go on lines. Who do we think is walking out as the champion at the weekend between those two? Do we think Jacob's going to dethrone Roman, or do we think Roman's going into it's Clash in Italy, isn't it? The next one, I think. I think it's Clash.
I got one answer.
Yeah, got it. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay.
That is all.
Leslie's raising the one.
There's only one answer to say. I mean, all I have to say is this: I don't like any of this. Like, I just want everybody to get along.
Mm-hmm.
That is all.
Well, there's more to come. There's more to come. From that one.
I am emotional.
Yeah. Therapy.
I don't think my answer is a popular one. I just have a gut feeling about something. And I already shared it with the ladies. And I could be completely wrong, but I've been seeing how they've been moving Jacob, having him do all these interviews. It feels very similar to a push I saw Roman have some years ago. Something in me, I'm always gonna go for the OTC, but something in me says I think they're gonna swerve us and have Jacob go over.
But like he just won that belt back at Mania, right? So I'm like, I get it. The title reign. I'm not such a big fan of his that I can't admit, oh my gosh, he's got to lose the title. How dare he? I know he's going to lose the title, but then I'm like, it don't feel like this soon, because you're bringing that comeback, and you're bringing that now. Okay, we're settled in as champion. Now let's continue to tell the story. And you're going to have, I'm going to guess you're going to have others than Jacob to step up for that challenge. because everybody wants it, right? Everybody. But what's so compelling, and Jacob is one of my other favorites. I'm so excited to see him in WWE. I've been telling people about him. We have forever, but
yeah.
Well, I lost my train of thought, but just to see his growth and see his part, and just to see him, who's going to follow and step up after him. But and TJ said it best. That's a good line. It's about testing loyalty. So we'll see. Jacob is saying, he wants it all for him. He wants it all for him to, to get his family, to get the best education, yada, yada, yada. But then he was reminded by Roman as being the tribal chief. I'm, doing this for the whole family, doing this for the whole, for each generation. So I guess he's trying to tell Jacob, the responsibility is great. And I don't know if he really feels that Jacob can handle it now. So maybe that's why you hear him say what he says in the promos to Jacob. Or if he really believes Jacob can, and he's just trying to psych him out, and perhaps, I don't know. I don't want to see him lose this soon, y'all. Let me be real. That's the fan. I don't want to see him lose it.
I have come to learn a valuable lesson with this.
They stress me.
They are, but I've come to learn a valuable lesson with this, and that is never bet against Roman Reigns. Ever.
Yeah.
And something told me.
I have to get going, but I just wanted to say thank you for having me on. And I didn't get a chance to say much, but I really have to get on. It's great to see everybody. And Faith, I hope you're a wonderful one.
Thank you, Vale. It's so good to see you.
You too. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.
Thanks, that's fine. Thank you, Vale, for showing up. Thank you. Bye.
All right, Sammy, I'm coming.
But I have
I'm
come to
going
learn.
to restore the old one. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Yep.
I've come to learn never to bet against Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Ever. And in that time, during that tongue and death grip, that man is still thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, there's going to be something coming up from it. Obviously, yeah, there is going to be something coming up from that one. But I can see Roman walking out with a title, basically, and that, I can see Roman walking out with a title still, because what people obviously haven't realised is he's on the posters for all the pay-per-views coming up. Basically, he's literally on the poster for Clash in Clash. I just said I can't speak today. He's literally on the poster for Clash in Italy. He's also on the poster for Night of Champions, even though apparently he's not working it according to other people. But that's what the news is going to be shortly in relation to Roman. But apparently he's not working it, but he's prominent on the poster. So that's well, that went out for that one. So I can see Roman walking out with the title, basically. Let me just go ahead and just test some of the. I can't speak tonight. I don't know why. Let me just go ahead and read off some of the comments. Everyone was saying hi, Vale. Let's have a look here. TJ suggested for the mystery partner earlier. He turned around and said either Royce Keys or Mr. Iguana. What else is it, basically? They've literally decimated the tag team division. I'll start again. Mimi's here. She said, hey all. I spy special guest, hey girl, hey. That was too late for that one. Sorry, I'm reading through some of these now. He can't be dropping the title this soon. No way. I'm sure he's on the new poster for it. For that one. I'm not sure. I will have to double check. I think they've redone it there. So what do we think is going to go down in that match? I did bring this one up earlier on. Is do we think there's going to be a ref bump? Do we think there's going to be shenanigans or anything like that in it? Because to be fair, it is a Roman Reigns main event match, and it's probably going to have Dan Egler as the referee or whatever. So a ref bump is going to be coming at some point.
Dan Egler, we love you. We love you. But you don't eat that bump. You don't eat that ref bump. I think that Solo is going to cost Jacob. And I think that Solo is going to go after Roman next because Solo said something very blasphemous on Frudja. I'm not going to repeat it. And yes, I said Frudja. I know it's Friday. I said it incorrectly on purpose. Don't come for me. But I think Solo is going to cost Jacob because Solo's been getting decimated. So, and of course, you had Talatonga getting decimated. So I think that's possibly a chance.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, that was actually going to be something that I was going to talk about, but we'll if everyone's obviously finished giving their predictions and stuff on it and things like that from it, then I might as well just go into that basically. So, has anyone else got anything they want to bring up? Like, Darren, got anything you want to mention about this match or anything, or what do you think? Anything going to go down?
For me, whatever the outcome, which I like Monty said, we always say like you can never bet against Roman Reigns. Like, how could you? Why would you? Roman, I don't see him dropping the title this early, so I think Roman's going to come out with the title. I would be surprised if he didn't, but last night actually I went back to watch the beginning of the Bloodline story, and it's really interesting to watch when Roman came out and he just like Superman punched Jay and had him on that ramp, and he was just like telling him, hey, I need you to fall in line, like you need to take the payday and the ass whipping that's coming with it, and then he was trying to explain to Jay even then, hey, I feed the entire family, they all depend on me. So I feel like he's not so aggressive with it now, but he's definitely trying to get that same point to Jacob, which I don't think Jacob really is understanding yet. So do I think Jacob will have to acknowledge Roman? Yeah. I think there's a lot more story to tell, and I think it's going to be a lot more interesting, but Roman's coming out on top. He's got to.
And to segue to what Lauren was saying, I get the feeling that, again, stories they get recycled. They always get recycled. Everything is the repeat of something that's happened. But I get the feeling that they're telling Roman and Jay's story with Roman and Jacob. But that's my opinion.
Yeah. Well, let's get into this one in a minute. And so the whole story, I have mentioned this beforehand. What I know the plan is the original plan that it was going to be for it was either last year or the year before. That's how delayed it is. Where it will lead into Mania 43 in that mega match between Rock and Roman, as we all want, in Saudi Arabia. Now, the way that the storyline is meant to go is Roman will face other members of the Bloodline, and obviously his family as well. So, like, even people who aren't in it. So, like Jacob, Solo, stuff like that. So, any of the ones that are in the MFTs at the moment. And they are meant to be getting forced to acknowledge him after Roman beats them. And then it will lead to it slowly that basically that Roman will obviously go power mad again, and he'll be like, you've got to acknowledge me and everything like that. And he'll be shouting at the twins and everything like that as well to acknowledge him and stuff like that. They'll want to fight him one-on-one as well for the title. They'll want to go after that and everything. And it's going to lead into the Rock showing up and essentially saying to Roman, I'm the head of the table, you're going to acknowledge me. Roman's going to essentially say no, and then be told that, well, the only way that it's going to get done is basically it's going to be if I beat you at WrestleMania. It'll be Rock basically turning around and saying, if I beat you at WrestleMania, you have to acknowledge me. However, if you beat me at WrestleMania, then I will acknowledge you and leave, basically, for that one. So that's the whole storyline which they're going down. So yes, Roman will be facing off against the rest of the family members over the next coming months for that one. Obviously, he is going to be facing Ober and everything like that as well at some point. But that's why they've said later in the year, because they still haven't decided yet. That one could even be next year's Royal Rumble. Basically, it could even be as late as that. Basically, because they haven't even booked in that match. They know they want to do it, but they don't know when they're going to do it. for it, basically. So that is that's the reason behind the current storyline. Is we were sort of along the right tracks there. That he is going to be forcing people to acknowledge him, and he is going to be facing off against family members. So yes, he will be facing Solo. He will be facing Jay. He will be facing Jimmy, and basically. So it is sort of like that recycled storyline over again for that one. And that TJ Tomei said, "Why do I feel Rock versus Roman should be a two-parter, or should have been a two-parter?" On that, I mean, you could do that. Anyone want to comment on that one before I bring up the other Roman news that I have been sitting on for the last hour and a half, basically? For that one.
No, I'm good. I'm waiting for this news.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay then. Right. So the Roman news then. So this whole June reasoning behind why it's out. There's been a lot of reasons. There's been a lot of reasons said online. Now, I got told probably about an hour and a half ago that the real reason why they've removed him from there is he has movie commitments, basically. Roman has movie commitments, and all the shows, obviously, leading up to Night of Champions are international shows, because you've got one over here in London, you've got one in Paris, and I think it's one in Italy as well, if I remember rightly. And they're not sure which one. He is definitely going to be on one of them, on the international shows, but they don't know which one. That's why they've removed him from the advertisements. So he'll definitely be on one of the Raws, and they are also going to have him show up on a random SmackDown as well, to set up his Night of Champions challenger, basically. It's going to be something to do with SmackDown. So I think that sort of gives it a little bit of weight there, if you think about who's on SmackDown and what we've just literally been talking about. And that who he's potentially going to be facing at Night of Champions, basically, for that one. So yes, that's the real reason why Roman is taken off June, is because he's got, I think it was worded as, let me actually bring the message up to whether it was movie commitments or movie promotion. Let me just check the actual wording that was sent down to me, because I do this all the time. Movie promotion, that was it. So he's promoting a movie. Now I don't know what movie that one is or anything, but
Street Fighter.
That'd be it. That'd be it. And so that's what it is. So him and Cody then are probably going to be out for that one. But because obviously it's all international shows and that for the Raw, for the Raws and stuff like that. That's the reason behind it. But they are going to try and make him show up on a SmackDown. He's meant to be on one of the SmackDowns, but they haven't decided which date yet. He has agreed that he will show up to one of them, and he has agreed that he will show up to at least one of the international Raws. And the reason why they haven't announced him is because they're saying you got to think it's an international crowd, so you just got to think as soon as his music hits in either over here, Paris or Italy, if he's unannounced, that place is just going to erupt. Basically, like if you know he's coming, then obviously the pop's not going to be that. It's still a big pop, but it's not going to be as big as Roman's music just randomly hitting, like when it was when he came back and stuff, especially for an international crowd as well. And that's their whole thing, is they want that big international crowd pop for a surprise appearance from Roman, basically, on the road to Night of Champions. That's the main reason behind it. And he is also scheduled for the very first Raw after Night of Champions as well, which, bearing in mind, Night of Champions is in Saudi Arabia, so that's all that one there, basically. But yeah, I've just seen movie commitments makes sense, which is why I thought that CM Punk would retain. However, putting the title on Roman is promotion for the brand. His reign is exciting even when he's not there. Yeah, exactly. So that's what it is. So he's going to be promoting the movie with the title and stuff like that. So that sort of gives you a little bit of a hint there that they want him out on the road promoting with the title there, and that's the reason why that Roman is essentially out. Let's put it down as for June, because they want that massive surprise return, and they want that massive sort of those surprises there, especially showing up on SmackDown. Nobody would suspect that, because why would he show up on SmackDown at the end of the day?
Let's just say if he shows up on SmackDown, that rating gonna go from 1.2 million that they got for SmackDown last week. Yeah. I don't know. It'll pop. It's gonna pop a rating.
Yeah, it definitely will. And that's the whole reason behind it is basically they they want those surprise pops. That's the main reason behind why they've done it, essentially. And that, because like I said, he said that he can commit to to 2 of the shows, but they don't know which one fully yet, because of course it depends on the on the whole scheduling and where they're filming at the time. Because I think some of it is not so where they're promoting at the time, because I know some of it is obviously over here. So if it's obviously over here, then they'll probably have him show up in London. Whereas again, if it's in France, they'll have him show up in Paris or whatever. It makes sense there. And now, where he's obviously scheduled for Clash in Italy, it probably would even make sense for him to show up at the Raw in Italy that they're doing. That would be probably the most logical one. Then he can then just stay there a week. Can't get out for that one. So, TJ Turner said, unless we're getting Tama versus Roman first, don't think they're going to do Tama Tonga versus Roman. I don't think. I know we're definitely getting Jimmy, Jay, and Solo, but I'm not sure about Tama, to be quite honest with you, for that one. But yeah, TJ also said, I can't wait for those Roman Solo promos. We need that. That'd be true. Well, we've had that though, haven't we, before, when they done the whole leading into the first Raw on Netflix, I think it was, and that. But yeah, what do we think about that then, about that Roman news and the movie promotion and everything like that, basically? Anything like that?
Well, they are anticipating that movie to be successful, so it does have a little bit of star power in there. So it would make sense to that would be a global promotion type thing for the whole cast, for the cast that's involved. So yeah, I could see it. I'm excited.
That explains why Cody retained and why Roman won the title. Their Street Fighter is supposed to be a big movie. TKO wants to get all the bang for their buck that they can get.
Yes, that's the reason behind it. So yeah, I know obviously a lot of people hated that Cody retained and stuff, but that's the main reason behind it. And all these rumors going around is like, it's because Roman didn't want to do it, or it was contract restructuring, or some of that bullshit. I'm going to say this now and here, bullshit. Basically, it was nothing to do with that. It's always been about a movie promotion for that one. So, it's been about that all along. There's never been anything else. And you'll probably start seeing that get reported down in the next couple of days now that I've said it on here. That's normally what happens. I normally say it on here, and within the next 2 weeks, other people start saying it now and reporting it. So just remember where you heard that, if anything there. Shorter sort of show this week because it's obviously only Backlash. We can quickly run through Backlash if need be and do it through that way. Because there's not actually been that much come down this week, has there? Sorry, I'm just logging into my phone a minute to actually bring up the card because I completely forgot the Backlash card now. Just quickly go through it. So Seth versus Braun, what we got there? Who do we think? Everyone, we might as well quickly go through this. Seth versus Braun. What do we think? What? Seth, yeah.
Seth.
Faith. Seth, yep. I said this earlier on, I think it's going to be Seth, and then they're going to do. That Triple H likes trilogy matches, basically, and so it's going to lead to a best of 3 match or whatever it is, and so they'll probably have another match at Italy. They'll probably then have another match they'll probably then have the 3rd match at SummerSlam or something like that. It'll be something like that, or if not, it'll be Clash of Champions or whatever the hell it's called. I can't remember now. Next match then, so Trick versus Sami Zayn, the murderer of Jinji, for the United States Championship. Poor Jinji for that one. So who we got for that one?
Trick.
What do you think?
Avenge him, Trick.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. He's going to avenge our Jinji. Yes.
I want him arrested.
Take them lemon pepper steppers and step all over Sammy the Snitch.
Yeah. Right, Io Oscar. What we got for that one?
Oh goodness.
Oscar.
This is a difficult
Oscar.
one. This is very difficult. Yeah.
I think Oscar really needs this win. She didn't get Mania again this year, which is a travesty. So I think she really needs this win. And it's the student teacher gimmick or storyline with them. You got Io as the senpai, and Oscar as the senpai, and Io as the junior. And I know everybody thinks Kyrie's coming back. I wouldn't expect her. I don't think she's coming back at Backlash. But I think that if Kyrie was a part of this, Kyrie would be the student to beat the teacher in this, to gain respect of the teacher. In Io's case, Io got all the respect. She's been a women's world title holder. She's been all the things, right? So she has respect. And even in that segment on Monday, they were talking about the love and respect they have for each other, but they had to let it die now because they're neither one is the same. But I think Asuka needs this win. And I think this is not the only match we see of them. I think we see them again, maybe in a triple threat for the title with Liv. I'm not sure. But I just don't think this is the only match with them.
I was going to say it's gonna be a three-peat. It's gonna be a trilogy between Asuka and Io. I think Asuka's gonna win the first one, then Io, and then it's gonna be the blood match. So
yeah, Triple H does love those trilogy matches, so we're definitely going to be getting a trilogy from it probably. Yeah, I'm going to go along the lines of Io. You know, the good guy route always wins the first one. If they're going to go the trios route, then it's going to be the good guy wins the first one, then the heel wins the next one, and then the good guy basically wins the third one back or whatever it is. It's normally like that. That's normally how they do it or something. You've got to think back to it's typical WWE / TKO booking, I should say, for that one. So yes, that's that one. I have just obviously seen that when we were talking about the Seth versus Braun match, is that obviously we're forgetting about a couple of guys that don't pull out. They could get involved as well. So I don't refer to them now anyway as the Street Profits anymore. It's now literally a couple of guys that don't pull out. That's their new name now, basically.
I have an idea. No, I had a thought about that match that just came to me because I'm looking at the comments and I'm looking at what TJ's saying and what Mimi's saying. But I had a thought about that because again, I don't think Seth curb stomped Braun Breaker. I think Logan Paul did. It wouldn't surprise me if Logan Paul turns on Braun Breaker.
Yeah,
that's all.
Probably, yeah. Probably could be stuff. Yeah, I mean, TJ's even said the "Don't Pull Out Gang." That's what he's basically calling them now as well. So it's the new name, obviously, blatantly. It's got to be. They're even saying it themselves. They're calling themselves that now as well. I don't know if you've been seeing their tweets or whatever and stuff, but they've been calling themselves that. So it's that one there. What's this? But the Street Profits went against the. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Maybe.
Stigmatism.
Against the Vision. The astigmatism. Yeah, I couldn't say that word. Sorry. The astigmatism. Yeah, basically, yeah. They Yeah, but if you think about it, the Vision will basically probably get involved to try and help Braun, and then you might even have Joe Hendry come out to try and fire Logan Paul on somehow just by singing at him and stuff because you've got to fire Logan Paul now because Joe Hendry wants that. So we do need to fire Logan Paul though. That's the whole thing. But no. So that's Backlash. Anything else that we think is going to go down at a Backlash? That's the next big question. Like, do we see any surprises? Because I will say this, before we carry on, is Paul Heyman went on ESPN 2 days ago, and he turned around and said, expect the unexpected at Backlash, basically. He used the classic line of, it's WWE, expect the unexpected. So do we think we see anything or whatever?
I mean, if Randy's going to show up, that'd be nice.
I think I don't think it's gonna be who people think it is. I know I've seen a lot of people say they think it's gonna be The Rock showing up at some point. I don't think that. I do think that in Seth's match, I think we could see Bronson Reed come back. He's been dropping a lot of hints lately. Also, I know that Paul Heyman and Skip Bayless have been going back and forth at each other, which has been interesting to kind of see. But I believe in Roman and Jacob's match, I do think something's gonna pop off, and it's gonna be fireworks. I think I can't put my finger up, and I shared my theory with you, Zero.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna lead us into Roman's next match, possibly being with Jay again.
Yeah. Yeah, possibly, yeah. It's a fight basically doing that one. So, yeah, so lots of shenanigans afoot to join that match. Yeah, there's definitely got to be something there. So, yeah, so the main other thing that we need to talk about then about Backlash, which I've just completely forgotten until I literally just logged into Twitter a minute ago and had a look. Sorry, I say Twitter is X. John Cena's announcement basically. He's been teasing that it's going to shake up everybody within WWE. It's WWE Club. It's WWE Club, basically. That's that whole thing there. I'll tell you that now. That's basically what it's going to be. So I don't know how that's going to shake up the entire industry and shake up the entire thing, unless there's something on there. But I mean, unless anybody else has got any other suggestions for what it could be, or how the hell WWE Club is going to shake up the entire industry, like what John Cena's hoping it to be. Because I don't know, I don't know what's going to be on it. But he said he's done something really special, that he's launching a Backlash or something for it. So.
Is it his unretirement ceremony? Is that it? His unretirement?
I don't know.
Because he's coming back to work. You just retired in December. Why are you coming back to work?
You know, I think I'm hoping that his announcement has to do with the content creators. I'm a little miffed with WWE and TKO for what they're doing to wrestling content creators. You use their images and their likeness on your shows on Monday. You show people like Mini Portable and people like Con Man and Santi Zap reacting to certain parts of your product. But what did you do this week? You threatened to take all their accounts away.
Yeah.
The same people you're featuring, you're backdooring into no longer reacting to WWE content. Mini Portable has come out and says she's not reacting anymore. Tony Wrestling, she's not reacting anymore. And I think that they owe those content creators that they've been featuring and the up and coming content creators in the wrestling community. That WWE Club better be for them.
Yeah. I hope it is as well, but I mean, I don't know, but it's talking about those that thing now. I didn't mention this early on because I didn't realize until afterwards, but one of the streamers, I think it was Conman actually. He mentioned about this on his X. Is he kicked off and basically got the copyright strikes removed, the ones that said WWE next to it, and then literally within 24 hours he got copyright striked by the UFC for WWE content, basically. So he got the he got the WWE ones removed successfully, but then within 24 hours he had, for WWE content, UFC copyright striking him. So it seems that basically anything under the TKO banner now is basically just hitting the content creators badly for it. So so they definitely sort something out in relation to that if they want to continue doing that one, because that's ridiculous, basically. No,
Tony Wrestling says she got a letter, email in email form from TKO saying that they love her work, but if she continues, they will get all her accounts with those reactions. Her accounts will be banned.
Basically, because I can see Russell Mammy is basically saying, wait, WWE is threatening to punish content creators. Yeah, they are. Basically, essentially, if you show anything WWE related now, they are copyright striking you like hell. And I said this earlier, it's getting literally ridiculous, because I actually had several emails through myself yesterday, and it was content from back in 25. Basically, they've hit half of my content from 25 and that at the moment for it, with literally, if it shows anything WWE in it, it's literally just gone boo boo boo, basically. That's copyright strike.
So that means that content creator show too that has WWE content in it.
And anything WWE related, they are hitting big time. Basically, that's what they're doing and stuff. And like I said, I got really annoyed with it because originally 2 days ago I had one for like myself. I had one for like two episodes of Uncut and like one of the old Putting the Blood in Lines, which I used to do with Ed and stuff. But then today I woke up and I literally just had boom a list of them all the way down, and it was all content from 2025. Basically, that they're hitting. So they haven't hit the 26 stuff yet, which is pretty good.
It's so funny that you said that because like I had put on YouTube, we do our like the Roman Empire. The Empire does their 25 days that they do every year. Hashtag 25 days of Roman reigns. So I reposted. I had put and they got it. They got it for it says it's been blocked in one territory. This is not a copyright strike and does not affect your channel. But they got that copyrighted content has been detected in that video that Monty made, like or that showed Monty for Rock's birthday and did the 25 days of Roman reigns. Yeah, in the same video.
Yeah, it's anything. It's video, images, sound, anything. If it's anything to do. They're especially hitting content from Raw at the moment. Raw is the worst one that they seem to be hitting. Like if you literally even have a bit of audio on in the background of a show of Raw, you get hit. Basically, that's how bad it is at the moment.
So we have to watch the show. So we do watch parties with the show, the volume turned down, is what you're telling us.
Essentially that, or what you've got to do is basically turn it down or whatever, or stuff like it. They're getting ridiculous. I don't understand why they're doing it, but like I said, they are literally getting ridiculous now and stuff like. Luckily though, sometimes lives though, like the lives and stuff, they let you do them perfectly fine, but then like 2 or 3 weeks later, you get slapped with a copyright strike. Literally like 3 weeks after the show that you've done.
I mean, I don't mind having to take this stuff out after we do a live, because usually when we don't get a strike, but usually after the live, we'll get that notification and I'm pulling this stuff out of the live. Like, okay, delete that here, delete that here, delete that here.
From what I've heard, they're not even giving chances anymore. Like they don't want you showing none of their stuff. They don't want to hear it. Like that meme we do a lot with Trick Williams saying Butch.
Yeah.
Like they are being super strict and super, how can I say it? Just being jerks to the people that are bringing eyes to their product.
Okay, so it's gonna be nothing but RuPaul's Drag Race memes from this point forward.
Like I said, I'll be honest. I'm fully expecting to get hit for that Backlash promo because it's got Danhausen in it. Basically, I'm fully expecting to be hit with that. I'm probably Gingy as well because they're going to be so upset that I featured Gingy and stuff.
From this point forward, it's going to be nothing but RuPaul's Drag Race and Mommy Dearest. That is what everybody is getting from ATD.
This is the last day I'm going to show Roman for me because I don't want them to be like, oh, you're showing Roman's face or whatever.
And he don't work for the company no more.
No, so you
that'd be fine then. That'd be fine. Tom Galoa is fine because Australia doesn't work for the company anymore, so that'd be fine. So, but no, it's that bad now that is what they are doing. They are literally hitting everybody big time. But no, it's especially on. They're hitting TikTok, X, and Instagram. That's the 3 areas they're hitting at the moment, basically. Big
Again,
threat.
Y'all want eyes on y'all's product. It's gonna be nothing but RuPaul's Drag Race, Cardi B, and Mommy Dearest memes, and ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
Honestly, I think they're doing it because some of these content creators have massive followings, like Con Man and Mini Portable and Santi Zap and Sancho. They have huge followings, and of course, you have to assume they're being monetized. And I think that's part of the reason that money is not, a percentage of that money is not going to WWE TKO. So what do? You can't make money off of anything that has anything to do with our product, but we can use your image and likeness and not tell you ahead of time. Because if you look at Con Man, he didn't know that they were going to use his reaction. on his live stream, he reacted and he was surprised. He was like, "Oh crap, I made it on Raw." People like in the clutch, same thing. So it's a shame because you're taking extra eyes off your product.
Yeah. Well, apparently what I've seen is one of the rumors from what's going around. It's not even a rumor. It's like someone's basically someone said they've had it confirmed or something as well. Is like the reason why they're hitting YouTube so badly as well is basically obviously you have some content creators who just stream the entire show. Like literally they just stream raw. They don't even react to it. They literally just stream raw. And of course they're trying to stop like the illegal streaming sites. So what they basically turned around and said is because people have turned around and said, well, can you just not like just stop them? And they said no, because it's all AI now. So obviously, so YouTube has got something in there where if it shows or hears anything WWE related, it instantly hits you basically. And that so because of all these people obviously who stream all the shows now, they're now punishing everybody because the AI is hitting them. And so they're essentially blaming AI for it.
To the people who are streaming the shows illegally so people can watch it, you're messing with all of us.
Yeah, that's the reason behind why they're hitting YouTube big time for that one and that, because that's mainly where it's being streamed on and stuff, and and like I said, all these illegal shows and stuff out for it.
So basically, you're trying to get a bag and you're stopping everybody else's bag in this game. That is what you're doing.
Yeah. It's TKO because you've got to think Vince never used to do any of that. There was never any copyright strikes when Vince had the company and stuff. But now since TKO's took over, it's been copyright.
When it comes to TKO, then don't ever contact us beyond Unreal. That's bullshit. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I don't give a dang who you are, TKO, WWE. I'm still going to be a fan of my show and of my product and my superstars, but no.
Yeah.
That pisses me off. Like,
if you do contact us, I want $25 million.
Yeah.
Million, she said.
Yeah.
Y'all can afford
$25 million, yeah.
That's
$25 million, yes. Yeah, true.
It makes me mad because then they want to go and create their little show and put I think of Main Event Mamas, and I'm like, these girls are working their tails off, but you're going to tell them, oh, we're going to put you on your show, but you can't show an 8-second clip for a meme.
Yeah,
that's crazy to me.
And by the way, that's not go against Copyright Act because we're commentating around it.
Yeah,
like that doesn't make any sense. Like again, we could argue this down, but we don't have the money.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like it's stupid and stuff. And I will just say, cheap little plug here. The front row, we're not copyright striking. I'll tell you now, I had one come through and I literally laughed at him through in the bin, basically. Because of, because they don't exist over in the UK. Over here, it's fair usage policy. So if WWE tried to send anything through. Yeah. That's the thing. What people need to do is they need to get out of USA based companies, because that's where they're getting hit. Is basically if it's part of a USA company, then they will just accept the DCMAs and the automatic sort of AI thing. Whereas if the company isn't, well, like I said, over here in the UK, we have it fair usage. The ruling is if it's online, you can share it. Basically, that's our policy over here, and that for it. And it's the same wherever else it is. Basically, it's the same. It's the same in other countries and stuff. Like in Poland and stuff like that. I know that it's literally they don't accept copyright strikes over there at all.
You know what, Xero?
If you,
it would be lovely if there was a platform that allowed you to use that fair usage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah. That's what I was. That's what I was plugging. Yeah, yeah. So that's what I was just going to say there. So that's cheap plug there, but yeah. So that's why we've sort of been advertising quite heavily recently, because obviously it's been hitting people and stuff like that. But no, but that's that then. So that's this week's show. for, well, we're coming up to the hour mark now. So let's just say this was Faith's last show on Putting the Blood in line with us. Yeah, I will say, Faith, it's been a pleasure having you on this show. It's been a pleasure, obviously, like, you know, especially the shows as well, where it was, especially that show where it was just me and you as well. That was a fun show. That one was, and that where, you know, Ed let me down in that, and you obviously came in and helped me out for that one. And yeah, and then of course, then since then, you know, we've always had laughs and stuff out on the show. We've been like, you know, it's been really good and stuff. And obviously, I will say this: obviously, it's not the end of the road. Keep in touch and everything. You know, you've got my Twitter. You know me. Just message me anytime and stuff like that. Basically, even though you're not going to be on the shows and stuff like that, obviously going forward. Is it your last one with them on Saturday? Is it? Is that correct? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to make sure that I'm in the comments on Saturday, and that as well, basically joining in. So I'm going to say that I will be showing up on Saturday in the comments. I've made sure that I'm available for that one. So yeah, to be able to be there. So, but like I said, it's been a pleasure and that having you on Putting the Blood in line and stuff. And you know, thank you for joining in and stuff. Yeah.
Thanks, Xero.
Does anyone else want to say anything?
I'm glad I'm not on camera because I got my ugly cry face starting. I look like a gremlin when that happens.
Yeah.
I have thoroughly enjoyed your friendship and being able to come on your brand, on your platform to share my point of view. I appreciate men like you that allow women like us to come and, you know, talk wrestling, because a lot of times we are not respected in the wrestling community. But no, I will definitely be staying in touch. I could never not be around or speak to Xero. So
yeah. So yeah, and I said you know where I am. You got my Twitter and everything like that. So you know, just drop me a message and stuff. But yeah, I will. I will say as well that before we obviously go off as well, we do need to have a bit of a sing along. I think. So you know, it's a shame that my tag team partner isn't here. I will let you know I was trying to get hold of him to see if he could randomly pop onto the stream, and we were both basically going to sing Wrecking Ball on the stream, and that basically, but I couldn't get hold of him. That was going to be that was one of the things I was trying to arrange, but it never worked out as well as what I planned basically for that one.
I just got a vision of you and SM swinging on a wrecking ball with luchador mask on.
I was gonna, I was trying to plan that one out basically. It was gonna be something in that for it, but I couldn't get a hold of SM and that, so it's so I was like that. But no, don't forget. Also as well, watch out for something on my Twitter. I've made something, but it's not finished yet. But I'm getting there basically with it and that, and everyone's gonna love it. I was hoping to have it done for today, but it's not. I couldn't get it done in time and that. It's special. Let's just say it's special. And that, and it's going along the lines of what we've been speaking about in the chats a few times, and that on the ATD streams and stuff. Let's just say think Liv Morgan, basically. Think Liv Morgan, basically. That's all I'm going to say.
Yes. Xero, please tell me you put yourself in Liv Morgan's outfit. Please.
Right, I'll let you in on this. Basically, I've recreated the Liv Morgan Trouble song with my face, with me in the mask, basically, and that, but it's not ready yet. And then what I've done is I've superimposed myself over Liv Morgan's face, basically.
Les, you're muted, Les.
You're muted, Leslie. You're muted, Leslie.
That would be the copyright strike right there.
Completely worth it. Hashtag worth it.
That would be, but yeah, but that is what I've started to do. But I haven't been able to finish it yet. But I was going to actually play that to end the show today, but I haven't been able to do that in time. So yeah, but that's where it was going to be with shows. Yeah, I did to Mel say that I'll do some of that, but yeah, it was going to be like, you know, it was going to be that as well. So yeah, to add on to that one. So you know, I was teasing it and saying that I was going to do it, so I'm going to do it. You know, I just need to like just sort of do it through that way. So yes, that's
I got
that's that. I can see TJ. You got to do the crawl. Oh, I'm doing the whole lot. I'm doing the whole lot. Everything, the chair and everything, basically. You know. Like I said. Yeah, everything basically.
Oh, I'm not
So
gonna
yeah,
when you release it,
I was
all across the screen.
I was going to do a second version as well, basically, of me in a El Grande Americano suit, basically. I'm basically doing it that way as well. So rather than live stuff, I was going to do it in El Grande Americano outfit, but no, it's that was too far. That was too far, basically. That one was so you know.
Oh my goodness.
But, so, you know, yeah. I just had a, oh my god, when is the premiere? Whenever it's finished and stuff like that, basically, it will go out on X. I don't even care if I get hit with a copyright strike for that. It's going out. Basically, it is going out.
I love it. See,
I don't care.
What's so frustrating? If they'd let us just all have fun with it, I get it.
Leslie, mute it again.
As long so that's what I'm saying. Let us have fun with it. It's helping your product. And if you know, I don't know, as long as we're not being crazy with it and we give you a disclaimer, hey, disclaimer, this is WWE, you know, let us have fun with it. It'll bring them in viewers, but apparently they tripping.
I mean, they already getting paid. We paid them. At least let us get paid off of this.
Yeah. I was about to say something as well. Is TJ, haven't you learned anything from the comment section? If somebody says to me to do something in the ATD chats, I do it. And you've just said, if I ever see Xero did a Rihanna work, I don't think I'll ever recover.
Lord.
So
I'm scared.
Yeah, basically. So
why do y'all put these ideas in his head?
You know. So. So yeah. So that's. So that's probably going to be the next one. I might even do the over Femi strut before doing that. You know? Might do the over Femi strut, get it in some.
I can't laugh.
But yeah, I did tell you it was going to be a fun show today, babe. You know? But yeah, so that's
I just need to see you one time for the one time. I just need to see you as Maui, the live action version. Like I just.
Oh yes.
I need to see it with that wig that Dwayne's wearing.
Mimi, oh my gosh. Everyone takes screen recordings when the video drops. So if he gets copyright struck, we'll have to
That's true. Screen record it. I don't care. You just think for that one. So I will let everyone know it might be soon. I've just got to finalize a few bits and pieces and stuff because there's been a few technical issues. Let's just say there's been a few technical issues. That's why it's not been finished off yet. But I will. It will be done soon, hopefully, and that I'm hoping for it very, very soon. And that's so I'm not even going to advance warn. I'm just going to drop it, and that there's going to be like no advance warning. It's literally just going to go out on Twitter. Basically, just randomly and stuff. So like, people will just be scrolling and they'll just see that and they'll go, "Oh my god, no!"
Turn your notifications on. Yes.
Yeah. Because like I said, I'm just going to drop it. There's going to be no advance warning whatsoever, and that that's going to be the thing there. But no, so that's the bit of a spoiler there. What's coming up for something there, but yeah, so. That's the show for this week then. If you ladies want to promote anything, because obviously you've got your I know you've obviously got your watch alongs and stuff like that. So is there anything that you want to promote before we go off air or anything?
I could get the socials, girls, if you want me to real quick. Socials on Twitter at ATD Podcast 23, YouTube at capital A acknowledge the capital D Dynasty. IG acknowledge _ dynasty, TikTok acknowledge the dynasty, and all across Facebook. We on Eliminate, we on it all. So those are the socials. We will be with us Friday for SmackDown, tomorrow night for SmackDown. We got, of course, Backlash Saturday. And hey, Mimi, if you want to join, if you want to come on Monday, on panel Monday, you can. You can have my spot. So that is all.
Mimi, join us. Join us, Mimi. Join us.
I'm going to a show in Knoxville, so I'm going to try to do some work on the.
Sorry,
TJ, no, no, TJ.
What he do? Oh,
TJ, what did I tell you about giving him ideas?
carry on. Carry on.
He's gonna do it.
but we good. So I think that's everything. Monty's got a book or two.
Yes, I do. Second book, Two Princes, comes out on July 21st, 2026. Get your copies at Amazon.com. Link is in the description box and our link tree in our bio on Twitter.
Yes, that's everything. So, and we will see you in 2 weeks' time for another edition of Putting the Blood in Line. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow night to the watch along for ATD. I will again also be in the comments tomorrow, the best I can be. I don't know if I'm going to be the whole show or whatever, but I will be in those comments. So prepare yourself for that. Hashtag wait for it. I should say that'll be the that's a much way to go for it. And I'm gonna pull up on Saturday as well, basically for that one. So and that as well for that one. So for your last show, Faith, and trust me, I've got some ideas to post in that chat on Saturday. I've got some damn good ideas for Saturday to do. So so just again, hashtag wait for it. That's what I'm trying to say. But yes. So thanks for tuning in once again, and we'll see you all soon. This is Xero signing out. Goodbye.